Hey Wanderer, welcome back to the curious journey where we uncover timeless stories that still hit home today. Last time we were in the chaos of Judges, where everyone did what was right in their own eyes, and out of that darkness comes a quiet light. One woman's story, no armies, no thrones, just kindness, heartbreak, and the kind of loyalty that changes the future. This is Ruth. The story opens in Bethlehem, yes, that Bethlehem, but it's a time of famine. A man named Elimelech takes his wife Naomi and their two sons and leaves home for Moab, hoping to survive, but tragedy hits hard. Elimelech dies. The sons marry Moabite women Orpah and Ruth, but soon both sons die too. Three widows, no income, no security, just emptiness. Naomi hears the famine has ended back home, so she decides to return to Bethlehem alone. But Ruth? She refuses to let her go. Picture this moment: two women standing on a dusty road, one urging the other to turn back, both hearts shattered. Orpah kisses Naomi goodbye and leaves. But Ruth clings to her and says the words that have echoed for centuries: "Where you go, I'll go. Where you stay, I'll stay. Your people will be my people, and your God my God." That's not just loyalty, it's courage. Ruth's leaving behind her culture, her gods, her comfort. She's stepping into uncertainty, all for love and faith. And that one decision sets destiny in motion. When they arrive in Bethlehem, Naomi feels empty. Bitter even. She says, "Don't call me Naomi, call me Mara, because the Lord has made my life bitter." And yet, in that bitterness, grace is quietly working. Ruth goes out to gather leftover grain poor people were allowed to collect what harvesters missed. She happens to end up in the field of a man named Boaz. Boaz notices her humility, her work ethic, her loyalty to Naomi. And instead of ignoring her, he protects her. He tells his workers to leave extra grain for her, invites her to eat with them, and speaks to her with respect. In a world that often exploited women, Boaz shows kindness, the kind that doesn't shout, it heals. Naomi, seeing Boaz's character, recognizes hope. She instructs Ruth on a symbolic act: to go to Boaz at night on the threshing floor and lay at his feet. It's not a scandal, it's a sign of submission, a way of saying, "You are a protector, a redeemer. Will you take responsibility for us?" Boaz wakes, startled, but instead of shame, there's honor. He praises Ruth, calling her noble, and promises to do right by her. But first, he must ensure another relative with prior rights declines the chance. It's quiet tension, filled with integrity. No manipulation, no shortcuts, just honesty, honor, and faith. Boaz keeps his word. He handles things publicly, lawfully, with grace. The other man steps aside and Boaz marries Ruth, from grief to grace, from emptiness to abundance. Naomi, once bitter, now holds a grandson in her arms. And here's the twist most people miss: that child Obed becomes the grandfather of King David, which means Ruth, the foreigner, the widow, the outsider, becomes part of the lineage that leads to Jesus himself. The whole world is changed because one woman chose loyalty over fear, faith over comfort, love over leaving. Ruth is proof that not all miracles come with thunder. Sometimes they come through small acts of kindness, through choosing to stay when it would be easier to go, through hope quietly rebuilding what heartbreak destroyed. Ruth never parts a sea or calls down fire, but she moves heaven anyway, one faithful choice at a time. So maybe Ruth isn't just about romance, maybe it is about redemption born from ordinary faith. It's about believing that loyalty still matters, that kindness still counts, and that love, the selfless kind, can still rewrite history. Stay curious, wanderer. Next stop, First Samuel, where we meet a boy who listens when the world goes quiet and everything changes.